Hey guys, Jay here and welcome back to a new video, and I know it's been a while, I'm sorry for that, but today I am showing off my LEGO Marvel minifigures collection. So yeah, I may not have quite a lot since, well, I have really just kind of started this collection, and I'm sure I'm going to get more in the future. But anyway, let's begin. First off, we have Iron Man himself, you know, good old Tony Stark, and you can see the Iron Man mask there. So of course, this actually came from the Iron Man Hall of Armor set. So I obviously have more Iron Man figures, and basically I do not have it here. I haven't lost it. I just couldn't be bothered to get it out because it's quite a big set and it was kind of falling apart. But yeah, this Iron Man is pretty clever. It's based on the Iron Man from Avengers Infinity War, and you can of course take off this hairpiece and put this helmet on, which I'm not going to do because I've only got one hand here and my other hand is controlling the camera, so I can't really do that. So yeah, this is Iron Man. Next up we have Spider-Man, and Spider-Man has always been one of my favourite superheroes as a kid, and he is still kind of one of my favourites now. And as you can see, I of course have the actual Spider-Man himself, and of course Peter Parker, since same character. And these actually came from two different Lego sets. And you may have noticed there's a bit of a scratch on the Spider-Man figure here. Yeah, that's kind of a long story, but hey, it's not that noticeable. And yeah, this is kind of Peter Parker. And yeah, I actually like these minifigures. They're pretty cool. And I did personally really like Spider-Man Far From Home, and quite a lot of people really didn't, and I didn't understand why. But yeah, I personally think it's really good. Here's Thor, and Thor is definitely another one of my favourites, because personally I consider him one of the strongest Avengers, with the hammer and the god powers and all that. And this is actually based on Thor from Avengers Age of Ultron, and this is kind of the only Thor figure I've got, and I don't really have Loki yet, so I'm hoping to get him in this Lego Marvel collection I've got, and I'm hoping to get a lot of other characters as well. And yeah, as you can see, he has the red cape, got the blonde hair, the hammer, all that. And yeah, that's basically Here's Captain America, and yeah, this is not one of the best Captain America figures ever, but it's kind of the only one I've got. And if you're wondering what's going on with the arm here, basically the actual Captain America arm that came with this figure actually kind of broke off and I lost it, so I kind of had to improvise. This is based on I think it was one of the Lego Minecraft minifigures I got this arm from, but anyway, I managed to fix Captain America arm, and as you can see, it's got the shield, and yeah, it's kind of just some plastic shield, which is not pretty interesting. But yeah, if I'm going to improve this collection, I'm probably going to need to get a much better Captain America figure, but hey, this will have to do. Here's Hawkeye, definitely not one of my favourite characters, and yeah, but oh well, I guess it's good to have him since he is part of the Marvel Universe. And you may have noticed his face is kind of scratched up because I've had this character for quite a while now, and so yeah, that's kind of what happens when you have a Lego figure for a long time. Their faces kind of start to scratch, and yeah, it's got the bow and arrow and all that. So there's not a lot to say about Hawkeye. So I guess we'll just here's Hulk. So yeah, this is based on Hulk from Avengers Endgame, which is kind of why the trousers are blue and not purple. And basically, yeah, it's one of these really big figures, so it's not like one of these the other small ones that I've been showing you. And yeah, I've only really got Hulk. I don't have the Bruce Banner minifigure, which is definitely one I'm gonna need to get at some point. But yeah, I kind of do like these really big minifigures. So I do think they're really cool. But the problem is their legs don't really move, and so that's kind of the only problem with these. But oh, I do think these really big minifigures are really cool. Next up we have Captain Marvel, definitely one of the most powerful Avengers out of them all. And yeah, you may have noticed the hair is a lot shorter. I think that's kind of based on the Endgame Captain Marvel. So yeah, that's kind of why her hair is a lot shorter. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, when I got the minifigure from the set, it had quite a lot of other bricks that came with her, kind of showing off the powers. And yeah, I have no idea where those bricks are, but oh well, I guess that don't really matter. Next up, we have Nebula, and yeah, this is kind of the only Guardians of the Galaxy character I have. So that's definitely something I'm going to need to get. I'm going to need all the Guardians characters in there. But yeah, I've got Nebula. That's a bit of a start, and as you can tell, she's actually wearing the a time travel suit they wear in Avengers Endgame. So yeah, that's kind of one problem with this, but oh well, it's still cool. And as you can see, she kind of has a sword for some reason. I don't know why. That just came with the set. This character came in, but yeah, I don't think Nebula even really needs a sword since she's kind of like some really powerful robot or something. But oh well, it's still cool. Here's Nick Fury, definitely one of Marvel's most iconic characters, and just like what Nick Fury always does, he always carries a gun. You know, has the eye patch and everything. So yeah, they try to make it pretty accurate to the actual character, and yeah, this actually came in the Spider-Man Far From Home sets. So yeah, this is based on Nick Fury from that movie, and yeah, I mean Nick Fury doesn't really show up a lot, even though he is pretty iconic. So there's not really that much that can be said about him. Here's Mysterio. And Mysterio kind of starts off as kind of like a good guy in Spider-Man Far From Home, but later on you kind of find out he's like a villain. And as you can see, he's kind of carrying these little, whatever these things are, I don't know, like, I think they're like his powers or something, yeah, I don't really know. But as you can see, he's kind of got that little glass, like, thing on his head, because, like, you know, Lego haven't actually properly made, like, his, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal's actual face, since, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal actually plays him in the film. He did a great job, which makes Spider-Man Far From Home really good. And yeah, he is of course the villain in Spider-Man Far From Home, and you know, and they did a good job in casting Jake Gyllenhaal. Next up we have Happy, and as you can see, he doesn't really look anything like the way he does in the films, but I don't know, I guess Lego just didn't know how to make a Lego figure that looks like Jon Favreau. But of course he doesn't really show up a lot in the Marvel films. I mean, he's definitely been in like all the Iron Man films. He's been in Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home as well. And of course, Jon Favreau is the guy who kind of started the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the first place. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So unfortunately, Lego just couldn't really make a minifigure that looked exactly like him. So I guess this was kind of had to do. And here's MJ, and MJ has never been one of the most like interesting characters. I mean, she is pretty interesting, but she's never been like, you know, the big superhero kind of character. She's basically just been one of the background characters, and she's in like the Spider-Man films, and I think in Spider-Man Far From Home she's like the Spider-Man's love interest or something like that. But yeah, and you know, they made her look pretty accurate to the character. You know, she does look a lot like, you know, the person who plays her, Zendaya. So yeah, I'm impressed by how they made this character. Here's the Outriders, and basically if you don't know what the Outriders are, they're basically just like some background like villains, kind of like disposable CGI characters that can easily be killed. So yeah, these are not very important in these films, but and yes, there's obviously like hundreds more than this in the films, but you know, all I was given in the sets were just these three, so I guess that will all have to do. And finally, Thanos. And Thanos has definitely been one of the best villains in all the Marvel films, and he's definitely become a massive meme as well. And just like Hulk, he's like one of these really big minifigures, and you know, I don't know what he's holding, some sort of weapon of some sort. But yeah, this is pretty accurate to the actual character, and I am pretty impressed by how well they made this. So good job, Marvel. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys, and if you did enjoy it, then do leave a like to show you liked it, and I promise that there will be more videos from me in the future, because it has been like almost a year since I last recorded, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if this is in fact the first video seen by me, then do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next video. Peace out.